Okay, we are live. Where are we live?
Everywhere we want to
It's
be.
not there. Hold on. No, it's not there. Bear with me.
It's okay.
Okay, there we go. Share. Um, more options. I'm going to share this over to the group. Welcome, everyone.
Yay!
Grace and Grit Studio private group.
We're learning because we're learning to jam in more than one place. This is so exciting. Hey, everybody. Just give us a second to get our little act together. Well, obviously, I completely have my act together. It's Janine we're waiting for.
You can blame me. I need to share it from one place to another, and it just takes Facebook a moment to do that. So let's just make sure we're there. Okay, we are there. We're live in both places. Yeah.
Oh, can you see how many? Are there bunches in there?
They are, we're starting to see stuff. Hello, everyone. Hey, everybody. We had to share it in two places tonight. I'm going to go ahead and shoot the link to somebody who's asking, Mary Grace.
Yeah, I already have people asking to join that studio, which is so exciting. So let me get her in there too.
Yes.
My goodness, this is fantastic.
Yes.
Thanks, guys. We don't usually take this long, but we're learning.
No, we're learning.
We're learning.
I think she texted me.
Did you get her in? Okay, I think
it's one of our leaders is texting me, so I'm just.
Oh, okay.
I'm shooting the link to her via text.
Yes.
People are coming in. Hello, everyone. Hey, drop a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. And also let us know who invited you here tonight. How did you get invited to this special group of gals that love jewelry and especially love free jewelry? So
yes,
that's the fun part.
absolutely.
So this is our
Monday
first
night.
time that we are actually live in our new studio business page, Grace and Grit Studio business page. And then we've pushed it on over to our Grace and Grit studio. So if you are watching this from the studio group, you're going to want to pop on over to our Grace and Grit studio page and go ahead and like and follow that for us, please, because that is where we are going to be streaming in pages. So I'm going to just say hi to a bunch of people, Mary Grace, if you're okay with that. Hello, yes. Barb. Hey, Jess. Hi, Savannah. Hi, Brittany. Aaron, so happy you're here. Hey, Kay. Hi, Stephanie. Hello, Cindy. Hi, Jess. Savannah. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Everybody, Arkansas is in the house. Let me see. Iowa's in the house. Pennsylvania's in the house. Colorado, Mary Grace. Oh, my goodness. We're spanning the globe.
West Virginia.
So anyway, what we're going to do tonight is ask Mary Grace 4 questions. We always like to do it in a question format where I interview her because, quite honestly, these are the questions that most people ask when they're interested in possibly, getting involved into direct sales or looking for an additional stream of income. Now, you may be watching this because you were invited here to watch it, and it could be because you are interested in an additional stream of income, maybe to pay off some bills, a couple credit cards are high, you need to send your kids to school, things like that. Or you might just be using a listening ear tonight because you probably have some friends or relatives that this particular business model might be very good for them and could bless them. So we're just super happy you're here. Wherever you're watching this at, in the studio group or the page, we do have, and we will put up the link to the questionnaire at the end. So watch us in the beginning, listen to everything we have to say, and then fill out the questionnaire because who knows, you could be our lucky winner tonight. Mary Grace, how are you? Happy Monday.
Yeah, I look forward to this every single Monday. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Good to see you. See my big bag. I don't wear big earrings. Look what I have cloud in today.
They look amazing with that shirt. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I know you didn't have them on earlier and you didn't look so good. Good job.
I know I didn't have any jewelry on earlier, and you're absolutely correct. You have a Shelly Hines here who was invited by you. Mary Grace invited.
Hi, Shelly.
I'm excited everybody's here. Thank you so much, everybody. We're so happy you're here. Oh, Shelly's from Pennsylvania. She's from my state. How awesome is that? So cool. So, Mary Grace, I'm going to ask you a series of 4 questions, and you're going to tell these fine ladies and gentlemen how you feel about these questions. These are common questions people ask, and we like to go over them and give you the in-depth about them. We'll keep you about 20 minutes, and then at the end, we'll share the questionnaire with you. Is everybody good with that? All right, give us a thumbs up or some hearts to let us know you're here. And Mary Grace, I'm going to start out with a very simple question that really has a lot of answers to it because people think they know, but they don't. Why direct sales, Mary Grace?
Yeah, so that is the model that we represent. It's called the direct sales model. It's when you work, when you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. You have all of the benefits of running your own business and none of the overheads and none of the, scary stuff that goes with running your own business. And just earlier, something that you said struck me, Janine. You said, this may be for you or for somebody else. And I thought, it really is for everybody. There is everybody could stand to try a little bit about a little bit of direct sales. You may not like it, but you certainly won't lose anything by it, and you certainly will gain something from it, especially with our company. So there's a couple things I like to make sure people understand. First of all, we all know that question, like, is that a pyramid scheme? No, it's absolutely not a pyramid scheme. My understanding is a pyramid scheme is where people at the top make money from people off the bottom, and it just
Exactly
all comes
right.
crumbling down. And I work just like anybody else does. I have worked myself to this position, but I'm not the only one in this top position, and I would love for others to join me here or to do it as little or as much as they want because we create our own hours. Now, you know my favorite story about direct sales, and it comes from David Bach, who wrote The Automatic Millionaire. You can check out the book. It's really, really good. And David Bach was really all excited when he went into the financial planning business to show normal people. I say normal people loosely
Everyday
for me,
people.
but everyday people with
Everyday people.
everyday jobs, how they could become millionaires in a relatively short time should they take advantage of investment opportunities. And in that day and age, which to be fair was about 20 years ago, I think when I first heard him speak, he was recommending that people take like $300 a month and invest it. In today's world, it would be, probably 500, 500, 700, something like that would be a little bit closer to the time frame that he had in mind. He said when they took $300 to $100 a month and invested it, how they could become millionaires in a very short time. I'm thinking it was something like within 10 years, which, as you and I know, goes very quickly the older you get, right?
Yeah.
Well, as he started to recommend this model to people, what he found is he goes, we had a way bigger problem in the United States of America than I realized. And he said, every single person, every single couple that walked into his office to whom he presented this plan practically laughed at him. And he found out that most of us were not living paycheck to paycheck. We were living beyond paycheck to paycheck. We always had more money than month, and most of us were putting additional things on credit cards and stuff to make it all work. And that definitely was my story when I started direct sales. I'm sure it was yours too. Most people, had some debt. And they said if we were ever going to have any extra money, it was going to go into an emergency fund. It was going to be to do something special. It was going to be to pay down our debt, right?
Right.
So then he said, okay, I have a bigger job here now. I need to help these people figure out how they can make an extra $300 to $500 a month so that they would have the money to invest, and then they would be able to, have some financial freedom. And he says it just like this, Janine. He goes, and that's when I discovered direct sales. And he said, I just thought it was like the of the world. He said, because anything else that he had suggested along the way was going to involve big changes in families' lives. Okay. But he said, with direct sales, the beauty of it is you decide when you're going to work. Okay. So no matter what, you can't say to me, nobody could say to me like, oh, I can't work when you work. I go, well, I can't work when you work. So, I thought one of the greatest things when I started, of course, I had another full-time job when I started direct sales. I thought that was a benefit because I didn't have to be brave enough to quit what I was doing and then take on direct sales. I could do it around what I was doing and see how it went, and it went really, really well, obviously. So it's running your own business with none of the overhead and all of the advantages of deciding when, how much, how often, that you want to work, how much money you want to make, when you have to take off. And it's been absolutely that big of a blessing in my life. And I know it has been in yours as well.
Absolutely.
Love
Absolutely.
that story.
Hey, we can do something totally fun tonight. So if you are watching this from the Grace and Grit Studio business page, I'm going to ask every one of you to click the share button right now. It's the lower right-hand button and it says share. Click the share button and share this video on your walls. Maybe we could do a little giveaway, Mary Grace, for all the people.
I never give away stuff.
Right? But I'm thinking if we can get at least 10 gals to share, because we have almost 40 watching, 10 gals at least. Would you be willing? So click that share button from the Grace and Grit business page, the studio page, and let your friends know, hey, join these gals live, super fun Monday night, something like that. So thank you so much, guys. So Mary Grace, I love how you explain what direct sales is. You break it down very, very easily. So I know now what direct sales is, but why jewelry? Why is jewelry important?
Yeah, if you were ever to Google like anything about direct sales, and they give you, how sometimes like articles will give advice. And one of the pieces of advice I see very often when you're considering direct sales is to choose a product that you love. And I think that is important. However, I have done far better picking a product that I know everybody else loves. I love it too, but I know everybody else loves it. And that is one of the main advantages of jewelry. So I'm going to take you back to 1955 when our founders started the company. The direct sales model was kind of a new thing. We were one of the first to do it. It was kind of like when Stanley Home Products came out. Mary Kay came out around the same time. And they're like, this is absolutely brilliant, using other people's like living rooms or today's computers as our showroom. Right. What they didn't know, Janine, was what product they wanted to represent. And they thought it would be a home product. But they were super smart. And what they did is they hired 3 separate consulting companies. They didn't tell any of the companies that they had hired the others. They just really wanted some kind of unbiased, exploration. And these 3 consultants, they said to them, okay, go out into the world, do your research, come back with the 3 top product choices you recommend that our company represent, and be prepared to defend your answers. I love that part. So off they go into the world, and they come back, and all 3 of them across the board, number 1 was jewelry. Now, this took the Levine family aback, because they were expecting, well, I know you used to do baskets, I used to do candles. They were expecting something like that, pots and pans, whatever. And they go, okay, defend your answers. And this is why it is so amazing. And now I have lived it, as have you. And it's like, why didn't I even think of this my first go around in direct sales? See, Parklane's the only company that I know of that recognizes experience. So I'm just putting that in there real quick, because if somebody out there has worked for another company, even if you don't anymore, if you do currently or whatever, or you know someone who does, we will bring people in. We'll hire them in at a level commensurate with their experience, which is what any other company in the whole entire world does. So anyway, I digress. But anyway, so let's think about jewelry. Okay, first of all, the market. We sell to everybody, you guys. Everybody, every age, every demographic. It's just so widespread. It withstands the test of time. Jewelry has been around since time immemorial, and projections show that forecasts show that it's going to go up, 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 up in the next, decade and beyond. Accessorizing is becoming more and more popular, not less popular. It's one of the top 3 gifts in the world: candy, flowers, jewelry. And as I just said, it's the only one that withstands the test of time. People wear our product. Now, I don't know if I ever really understood the beauty of this, okay? But when I'm out in the world with my necklace on and someone says, I love that necklace, I can say, oh, that makes me so happy because I'm in the jewelry business, all right? I'm not just doing that, but so are the people that are out there wearing jewelry that they have as a result of buying from me or hosting with me. So it's advertising, non-invasive advertising out there over and over again, and people sending people back to you. It's a feel-good product, which really means a lot to me. There's an emotional connection between jewelry. You don't see people arguing over, what pots and pans their grandma's going to leave them as much as what jewelry is going to leave them.
It's true.
And then I know from our standpoint, it's very inexpensive to ship in store. Like many of you that are on tonight were at the jewelry jackpot that I did, and am here shipping your jewelry out to you. And you put it in a little padded envelope, for about $3 or something. It's very inexpensive to ship, and it doesn't take up very much space rather to store. Very advantageous that we can do that. But also, Janine was here when COVID hit. There were companies going under because they were waiting for barges to come in. Parklane had millions of dollars in its Chicago warehouse. So I actually could go on and on, but jewelry truly is the place to be. And those consultants nailed it with #1 across the board, and all their other answers varied, but across the board, #1. And here we are today. Yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing.
Yes.
You know what else is amazing? 18 people have clicked that share button already. How awesome is that? That means that what we have to say is going out to all of those people and all of their friends. This is exactly what it's about. We as women are at our best when we gather together. I truly believe that. And we are gathered here to have some fun.
Can I just tell you that I'm so impressed 18 people knew how to share?
We just told them to click the share button.
Time when people like, what does that even mean? Okay.
That means you gals are over on that Grace and Grit Studio business page. Make sure you go ahead and join that. If you're part of our Grace and Grit Studio group on Facebook, you want to look up the Grace and Grit Studio business page and like and follow that page. And please share it with your friends. Mary Grace, now that we know all about why jewelry, how about let's break it down to why Parklane jewelry?
Well, I hate to even admit that there's other choices out there, but of course there are. There's other direct sales jewelry companies. So I'll tell you why I chose Parklane. And I literally chose Parklane because it felt kind of like a karma thing, but I was having some worries about the company that I had been with, and I had been one of their #1 income earners, whatever. And I was having concerns. And that very same week, I had 2 different jewelry companies contact me. One was prepared to offer to me to be part of their home office staff and be at the head of all of their jewelry people, the trainer and stuff. Very flattering. But I still knew when I compared them that I wanted to choose the strongest, the one with the strongest programs and stuff. So a couple of things that I found is, first of all, we're the longest running direct sales jewelry company in the world, which really means something. Been around since 1955. We're cash rich. We're debt free. That means a lot to us. We know we're going to get paid every week, but it means a lot as far as our buying power. So we get first dibs on a lot of the jewels and the stones and the designers out there because they know they're going to get paid, and they know they're going to get paid in cash and right away. They love that. Okay. Also, we're the only full service direct sales jewelry company. The one that I was considering had a niche market. So they all have like different niche markets. Think about it. Maybe they're all pearls. Maybe they're all silver. Maybe they're all Swarovski crystals. Maybe they're all a certain type, like boutique style jewelry. That's very common. But here at Parklane, my customers have said it to me, like, Mary Grace, I just feel like there's so much variety. No matter who I invite, there's something that appeals to everyone. That's big. Our programs, they say to always look at the programs. We have the most generous customer sale in the industry, not just in the jewelry industry, but in the direct sales industry with the buy 2, get 4, blah, blah, blah. We can afford to do all these programs because of what I just said earlier about our financial situation. We have the most generous host program, where somebody gathers their friends together on online or in person, and we reward them for that, and we give them anywhere from $300 to $1,000 in free jewelry for sharing their friends and family with us. And again, I'm going to keep asking you to go back, but remember what I said about people out there wearing our jewelry? Do we want them to have a little, or do we want them to have a lot? With our customer sale and with our host program, they have a lot. And then the reason that most of you are here, I would assume, is because you're thinking of it as an income opportunity. We're the highest paid. We are the highest paid consultants in the direct sales industry.
Absolutely.
Making anywhere from 30 to 50% on our own sales, and then all of the bonus options and everything else we have. And anything else that you can, in fact, I'm going to give you an example, okay? Because we're sharing with so many people. I don't usually get this personal. But the year that I left the company that I was with, which was about 15 years ago, I had made about $250,000. I have more than doubled that here at Parklane. doing really the same. And at that time, I took the activity and plugged it in and figured out what I would have made if I'd been with Parklane, and it
Right.
would have been at that time double. So it's pretty. I've lived it. So I'm here to tell you that it's absolutely true about the income opportunity. Now, we also have a lot more going for us besides that. We're family owned
Right.
and they treat us like family. We have a car program so that many of us drive Mercedes cars every month for free, which is pretty cool. We have an opportunity to earn free jewelry, up to $1,000 in free jewelry every single month just for doing our job. And you guys, we get paid on what we buy. So if you're out there as a customer, honest to goodness, the smartest thing to do is to become a rep. Because imagine if everything that you bought using the sale, using the hostess program, using whatever, that you also got a paycheck back. It's like a cash back program. Okay.
Insane. Hmm.
Yes. Most companies don't do that. Most companies have a direct to, their home office accounting firm, where they're making money, but none of the reps in the field are if reps are buying. No, everybody gets paid on what we buy here at Parklane. So I'm quite sure I left some things out, but that's a general, just a general, the general wonderfulness of our company.
It's
Yes.
all good. What you said. I like that we have no minimums. No
Oh,
quotas, no minimums. That's like
huge.
one of the biggest things in my opinion. But I think because we do this every week and we do it off the cuff, we tell them new things all the time. There's
Yes, thank
so
you for
much to
that,
tell
Wonderful.
you.
Yes, that's absolutely huge. Any other company that I knew, and the one I was with, there was a certain amount you had to do every month.
Yeah.
Once you achieve a certain level or title or promotion here at Parklane, they never take it away.
No.
They know that we're working for ourselves, and they're saying, one of the advantages of direct sales is the flexibility. We're not going to lead with the stick. We're going to lead with the carrot. So they don't lead with fear. Okay.
That's what I love. Getting into the leader program here, you had said something to me recently because I was promoting a branch leader, and you said she'll have, a raise in her paycheck indefinitely. And I
Yes.
just loved how you said that, like it's never taken away, you know?
Right.
So yeah, I love that. So you know what, Mary Grace? Why now? Let's tell these gals there's 41 people watching. There's 21 people that shared. Click that share button.
Oh
Some of
my
them
goodness.
didn't know how
First
to
of
do it,
all,
but they did.
aren't we fun?
Right? Right?
I laugh, but I do have to say that because I've had more people tell us that they joined because we're such a positive, fun environment, lifting people up, and life's not all that fun sometimes, especially the part of your lives where you get paid. But I have had a lot of people say that. But also, like, you guys, as I get older, one of the things that I want to make sure I do is continue to influence in ways that have made a difference to me. And one of the things that I have learned along the way is that one of the success principles, where like they have found it to be a principle of every form of success, every form of successful people, is to lean in. Successful people lean in. And what that means is they don't overthink things. They
Right?
don't make, really ridiculous decisions, to fly off cliffs and stuff, but they measure, they weigh, and they look at it like something like this and they go, this is what I have to lose. This is the potential of what I have to gain. They don't think like, but what if this happens? But what if this happens? Because you don't know if those things are going to happen. And they also don't overthink when they're going to start. They start right away. And I can honestly tell you that here at Park Lane, we have a leader team with hundreds of years of experience,
True.
hundreds of years of
True.
experience. And we are ready for you. We can train you. We are ready for you. So anything you're worried about, we're not worried. We got you, right? You jump, we'll catch you. But also, Park Lane has an amazing deal going on right now where for a while they were doing that for $99. You could choose $500 worth of jewelry to get your business started.
Right.
Right now, it's $700 worth of jewelry. So for $99, you get to choose $700 worth of jewelry to get your business started. That's a
Insane.
great deal for anybody.
Right.
But that $99 also covers all of the things that you need to get that started, which
Back
means like
office,
your own
website.
personal
Yep.
website,
Yep.
access to all of the images that I pay a
Yeah.
professional to do. So it's a phenomenon. I wouldn't wait. It is a great time to start. That being said, this is April. We're at kind of what we call a transitional time, which means
Yeah.
in May we'll drop like a little summer capsule, and
Love it.
then the new fall line comes out very quickly after that. So it's just a wonderful, wonderful time to put your toe in the water and get started.
Love, love, love. I can't even say enough. I mean, there's so much more we could tell you, but these are just the things that we like to go over, high end, high level stuff, so that you have all the answers. And Mary Grace, if they choose to sign up and they want to contact their stylist to get that $700 in jewelry for 99 bucks, what is their responsibility? What's the one thing we ask them to do?
Yeah, well, you know what? It's not even a responsibility. It's just
True.
a really,
Gonna use
it's
that
a
word.
really smart business like thing to do. And you should have a show. Don't argue with yourself over it. Don't argue with the rep about it. You should have a show. You can do it in person. You can do it online. You can do it however you choose to do it. That's most
Yeah.
comfortable for you. You can make it small. You can make it big. It's up to you. But somehow let the individual that invited you here tonight get you off to a great start. Let her or him be the one to let people know that you are going to be doing this. They're basically handing their customers over to you. And
Yeah.
this is actually the most efficient, most brilliant way to do it. So, regardless of if you're a little bit on the cusp of knowing whether or not you want to try this, we love to say decider show. Sometimes Janine calls it toe in the water show.
Dip your toe
But
show. Dip
dip
your
a
toe
toe show.
show.
That's even cuter. But it's like have a show. And
Dip
at the
your toe.
conclusion of that show, whoever, like if I invited somebody and I did their show, I would say, okay, well, somebody's going to make $500 tonight. Should it be me or you? Because
Right.
you get paid on the show that you have the minute that you're deciding to become a rep. Not only that, but all of the advantages and free jewelry that a hostess gets, you get that too. So, I mean, you could open your own little shop here, cash and carry. Parklane's giving
And
away
let's
here.
talk about that. Where can you open a business for $99, fill it with $700 in jewelry, plus do a promotional party to gain more jewelry to sell and
Ridiculous.
show
And it's a
and
tax
have
write-off.
it's a tax write I mean, there's just so many things. Mary Grace, I always love being with you on these calls, but I'll tell you what, now that we have this page going, 25 shares. So we're going to come back in here tomorrow. I'll put a post up with who won. Thank you all for sharing. Thank
Yes.
you, Mary
And
Grace, for giving
the
us that
The
time.
Google survey is pinned at the top of the page. And you want to fill out that Google survey because one of you is going to win free jewelry just for having listened tonight. Whether you decide to join us or not, just do the survey for me. You guys, thank you so much for your time. Janine, as always, hope I didn't talk too much. I just get awful excited about what we do. And you know what? No matter where you are or what you're doing, I hope you have the most bling-alicious evening. And
Same
I
here.
hope to get to know all of you much better. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.